She was angry and upset for things around. The voices in her head were self destructive and damaging and extremely hateful. She tried almost everything and it didn't get better. She thought she will happily stop existing. Day by day, her overall interest in life and overall productivity at office go down. She knew everything but did not have the motivation to do anything about it. I tried reaching out to other people also suffering from depression, but then suddenly her depression got worse. She was no more outgoing and confident. However, my self destructive behavior continued and I started to sleep less and worry more. Now, slowly, I started depriving me of my food. I had really no interest in getting better. I just didn't care. During these years, there were many times when I wanted to die. I did not necessarily want to kill myself, but I want to stop existing. I become unsafe. One night, I got up in the middle of the night with sweating, fast heartbeat, and did not know what should I do. I just wanted to talk to someone who can really understand what I am going through, but I don't know whom. Talking to my parents was the worst part as I felt that I have let them down because I was not as strong as they thought I was. I took leave from work and leave ended. I did not see any hope, any light at the end of the tunnel. After work, I started going to my terrace, started gazing the moon and the stars and looked up to the heavens, and for some reason the moon started making sense to me and I started to open up to the moon. At the very least, she knew that moon would listen to her without any judgment and she would not let exploit it. This became an occasional affair and suddenly the moon became a part of my life. I realized that I could care for and I was loved. It hit me. I could be free from my depression. I just thought not have to live with it for the rest of my life. Since then, things are getting really better. I knew my words and story can million lives. I took up to Instagram and YouTube to post personal stories. Every day I am reminded that impact my kind words have. I am beginning to fall in love with myself and that's the happiest I have ever been. I knew there were people who will be listening and reading to my story who are already dealing with chronic depression. This is for you from me. You are not in the bottomless pit. You are not in another world. You are not in hopeless cause. Help it out there. You are loved and you are cared for. You have the power and the right to achieve everything in this. My life just did not get better of its own. With help from friends and people I knew, I realized I am worth so much more than I owe, thought, and that I have the power and the ability to view the world in a new way. As the place of endless opportunities and amazing people, I have opened myself to what the universe has to offer. And I have created my own beautiful world. I have emerged. Here are some tips that help me to overcome a depressive phase. Most importantly, track triggers and symptoms. Keeping track of moods and symptoms might help you, like it did to me, to understand what triggers a depressive episode. Spotting the signs of depression early on my way helped them to avoid a full blown depressive episode. Use a diary to log important events, change to daily routine and moods. Rate mood on a scale of 1 to 10 to help identify which event or activity caused specific response. Then, stay calm. Identifying the onset of a depressive episode can be scary. Feeling panicked or anxious is an understandable reaction to the initial symptoms of depression. However, these reactions may contribute to low moods and worsen other symptoms such as loss of appetite and disturbed sleep. Next, understand and accept depression. Learning more about depression can help people with the condition. Depression is a widespread and genuine mental health disorder. It is a sign of weakness or personal shortcoming as per few people, but in reality, it's not that. It's just a disease, a mental health disease which can be cured. After that, separate yourself from the depression. A condition does not define a person, they are not their illness. When depression symptoms begin, some people find it helpful to repeat, I am not depression, I just have depression. Or people should remind themselves of all the other aspects they have to perform a duty of sibling, friend, neighbor, colleague, spouse, and a parent. Each person has their own strength, abilities, and positive qualities that make them who they are. Number 5. Recognize the importance of self-care. Self-care is essential for good physical and mental health. Self-care is an activity, any action that helps people look after their well-being. Self-care means taking time to relax, recharge, and connect with the self and others. It also means saying no to others when overwhelmed and taking space to calm down. Soothe yourself. Number 6. Breathe deeply and relax the muscle. Deep breathing techniques are an effective way to calm anxiety and soothe the body stress. Slowly inhaling and exhaling has physical and psychological benefit, especially when done on a daily basis. Then challenge negative thoughts. Notice how often negative thoughts arise and what these thoughts says. There may be including I am not good enough or I am a failure. Then challenge those thoughts and replace them with more positive statements such as I did my best and I am enough. Practice mindfulness. Take some time every day to be mindful and appreciate the present moments. Mindfulness allows people to fully experience the moment they are in, not worrying about the future or the past. Number 9. Make a bedtime routine. Sleep can have a huge impact on mood and mental health. A lack of sleep can contribute to symptoms of depression, and depression can interfere with sleep. Number 10. Exercise. Exercise is extremely beneficial for people with depression. It releases chemical called endorphin, and that improves the mood. Again, we have to avoid alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant, and alcohol use can trigger episode of depression. Even worse, alcohol can also interfere with some medications of depression and anxiety. Finally, we have to record the positives. Often, depressive episodes can leave people focusing on the negatives and discounting the pursuits of happiness and positivity. To counteract this, keep a positivity journal or gratitude journal. This type of journal helps to build self-esteem. Finally, remember, you don't need to be fired. You just need to be loved.